What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today we have a good one here. This guy right here thinks he's the biggest brain player in the world. Goat is easy. Well, it's not very easy. If it was so easy, why didn't you beat me? Well, let's see what happens. So, Goat is easy versus Dueling High. It's just funny because we waited for a judge for like 30 fucking minutes, and I guess I was wrong, but I still don't think I was wrong. So let's just see what happens here. Alright, so he won the rock, paper, scissors, alright? So he got me there. He opens Breaker, Sinister, Deco, Upstart Goblin, and Heavy Storm. And he draws in the Snatch Steal. He upstarts into Spy. Okay, I just think it's so funny. Karma got his ass. Should just let it go. He sets Spy and says go. I've got Jar of Greed, Sinister, Spy, Pot of Greed, and Magician of Fate. I draw into Chaos Sork. I fired Pot of Greed number 1. Draw into Solemn Judgment and Heavy. Okay? I decide to set Solemn, set Jar of Greed, and set Faith and say go. He draws into his Magician of Faith. Okay? He's going to obviously flip this Spy. In 20 years, guy plays so fucking slow. It's so funny because he fucking thought about it, and instead it's hilarious. Watch game 3, y'all. Game 3 is so fucking funny. So he flips it up and runs into my Faith right away. And I get my Pot of Greed. So this will be Pot of Greed number 2 here. So goddamn funny. Let's see. He sets a deco and says go. I draw into another Magician of Faith. I fire the Pot of Greed again into another Magician of Faith and a Wing Blast. So I've got everything here. I set another Faith and set Wing Blast and say go. He draws into Tsukiyomi. I fire the Wing Blast and get rid of it. He still hasn't Heavy Storm, though. It's so funny. I got 2 back rows. He's like, I'm just going to save Heavy for 5 back rows. I'm not going to Heavy him. I'm so good at this game. I'm not going to use Heavy Storm and blow his 2 back rows out. No, I'd rather wait till he has 5 because he's so trash. I'm so garbo. Alright, so he summons Breaker now. I'm like, sure, you got me. And he breaks the Jar of Greed. I change Jar of Greed into Knock. And he swings again, and I get Pot of Greed. So this will be Pot of Greed number 3. And if he doesn't scoop here, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He thinks he can come back. But it's funny because he almost came back this game. And I draw for turn into Upstart. I grab my Sinister back. So as you can tell, I got a million cards in my hand. Pot of Greed into Thunder Dragon and MST. Discard the Thunder Dragon. Give me some more cards. Damn, I got like 12 cards in my hand right now. I think it's over. I think it's time for the guy to scoop, but he's not going to scoop because he's so good. Goat is easy. So it's so easy that you ran into Magician of Faith 15 times and you haven't used Heavy Storm. It's so simple. So I decide to, I'm like, fuck it. He's unattacked a million times. Oh no, I decide to run the Spy out now. Crash. And then main phase 2, run the Chaos Sork out and banish the Spy. And set MST and Ring and just say go. He draws into Deco. Now he's like, alright, he's got 3 back rows. Oh, he doesn't even do it yet. He sets Deco and switches his Breaker and says go. I draw into my Breaker. Okay. I banish his Breaker and I knock his monster, which is a Deco. So I get my Decos out. Okay. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to set Faith and say go. He draws into Upstart Goblin. He fires the Upstart into Regeki Break. Okay, he's shuffling his hand, He decides to fire Heavy now, and now I Solemn Judgment the shit. Get that shit out of here. Then he tries to Snatch Steal. I MST the shit. Get that shit out of here again. He sets his Faith and sets a Regeki Break and says go. Standby phase, he Regeki Breaks my Faith. Okay, I've already Pot of Greed 4 times. I don't think I need to do it the 5th. So I run out Breaker, and I swing Bada at him. And hits a Magician of Faith. Grabs his Snatch Steal back. I hit him with Chaos Sork for 23. Now he's at 67. And I set Solemn and say go. He draws into a Tribe. He gets his Magician of Faith back. Why he didn't just summon Tribe here, I have no idea. And save his Snatch Steal for like a BLS or something. He would have been all the way in this game right here. This guy thinks he's so fucking good, but he's trash as fuck. Why not just run Tribe out here, use Sinister, and save the Snatch? Instead, this guy says, I'm going to Snatch Steal. And I chain Ring of Destruction. Taking 2,300, putting me at 1,900 and him at 44. Now he runs out Tsukiyomi, and I decide to just let that go. I'm like, fuck it, you got me. Whatever. Now, I don't have any cards. All I got is this right here, but it's fine. I draw into a Spy, and I poke him for 12. He came back this game some. I set Heavy Storm and just say go. He draws into a Delinquent Duo. He fires a Duo on me. Alright, cool. Awesome time to Duo here, bro. He gets my Sinister and my Thunder Dragon. He tries to run the tribe out, but I Solemn Judgment. And I'm like, get that shit out of here. Solemn Judgment. Pay the half. 850, 950, whatever the fuck it is. Alright, I draw into tribe and swing for game. And that is game number 1. Swept his ass. Pot of Greed a million times. Let's go. Go to game 2. Game 2. Now this is when the shit... No. This is when the shit hits the fan with a Torrential Tribute. Because I'll show you what happens. Alright, so game 2, he gets to go first again. He's got Deco, Upstart, MST, Torrential, Spy, and Thunder Dragon. He discards his Thunder Dragon. Okay. So this game, he's got a lot of good shit. He upstarts into BLS and decides to set a Spy and set MST and say go. Oh, he sets Torrential too. Okay, cool. So I draw in Delinquent Duo. I fire the Duo right away on his ass and just say fuck it. Oh no, I run the Breaker out first. He says okay. And if I would have broke the other one, I would have had no drama at all, no waiting 45 minutes for a judge. None of that shit would have happened if I would have just broke the other one. Instead, I broke the MST. So I get his MST, then I fire the Duo. He says okay. And I pick the Deco. Deco's going, he throws out Thunder Dragon. Okay, he's got his Dark and Light now. And I discard my Thunder Dragons and grab them. And I decide to attack, and it's a Spy. I hit it, I take 400, okay. And I just say go. He draws into his Delinquent Duo. And he decides to fire the Duo, and he gets my Kaiku. And I throw out Sinister, okay. And he just says go. He doesn't, or does he? No. He doesn't run the BLS out yet, which I have no idea why. But okay, I get my Sinister back now. Why he didn't just go for it right there, I have no clue. But I guess he's just waiting for a better play. He draws into Heavy Storm. He's waiting for me to summon something for his Torrential, obviously. And now he decides to run the BLS out and banish my face down, which is a Sinister. Okay, cool, you got me. I draw into Book of Moon. I mind control his shit. Banish shit, get that shit out of here, set Book of Moon, and just pass. He draws into Pot of Greed, must be nice, okay. I mean, it's only fair, I Pot of Greeded his ass like fucking 5 times game 1. So, let's see, he fires the pot, no, he sets Heavy Storm, then fires Pot of Greed. Playing around Trap Dust Shoot, he's such a big brainer. And he draws into Solomon Deco. He sets Deco and sets Solomon and says go. I draw into Tribe. Now, this is when the shit hits the fan, okay. I decide to go into battle and swing into the Deco. Okay, the Deco is gone. He draws in a Jar of Greed. Main phase 2, I say, is summon fine? He says, yes, summon is fine. So, he shouldn't be able to Torrential now. Instead, I use effect, and then after I use effect, he tries to Torrential. So, if y'all are in the comments, the judge said you could chain Torrential to Tribe's effect. That makes no sense at all, because how can you Tribe... How can I use the effect of Tribe after the fact? I mean, you have to Torrential on summon. I guess that priority works or whatever, but either way, it doesn't really matter. We waited 10 years and thought about it, but finally, I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. Discard the card. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? You got me. Okay, I discard the card. All right, I was wrong, I guess. I guess you can wait for somebody to say priority and then Torrential them. Whatever. I guess I was wrong. I still think I'm right because it doesn't make any sense to be able to Torrential on an effect. But whatever. Alright, so the judge finally came 20 fucking years later. Literally waited 30 minutes. Bunch of shit talking trash. Whatever. Goat is easy. It doesn't matter because, like I said, karma's going to get your ass game 3. And it will. So, I bring all the shit back because we're waiting for the judge to come. And finally, the judge gets here. Next play, next play, next play. Next play, next play, next play. And finally, I'm like, alright, fine, fuck it. The judge came. Okay, I discard the card. It doesn't matter. You got plus gazillion on me anyways. Fuck it, whatever. Okay, he draws in the Snatch Steal now. Let's get back into the game. And he decides to set Jar of Greed and pass. I draw into a Solemn. I decide to set my Solemn and pass. He draws into a Knock. He decides to set the Knock and then use Jar of Greed. He thinks I have Trap Dust Shoot, which I don't. And he draws into a Solemn, which is fine. I use Upstart and draw into a Sangan and run the Sangan out. And swing bada bada on the Sangan. Hit the Sangan, swinging him for 1,000. Now I'm like, alright, I got some kind of shit going this game. So let's fucking go. He draws into Chaos Sork. Must be fucking nice. He drops it. I try to Solemn. He Solemns my Solemn. Alright, cool. Awesome. He uses Chaos Sork's effect. I don't think he did yet, but I booked anyways. It doesn't really matter. So he just passes, I think. I fucked up this game. I probably should have, now I think about it, when I dropped this Chaos Sork, I should have just sacked it face down, because I'm pretty sure he had Snatch. And that would have been a big brain play. I would have probably got his ass if I would have just sacked it, now that I think about it. But it is what it is. So I run my Chaos Sork out and banish his shit. And he says okay, because he has Snatch Steal. My dumbass flips Sangan and swings. I don't really care, because I've waited like 45 minutes. I'm trying to get to game 3. So I hit him for 1,000. He's got Snatch Steal. He Snatch Steals my shit. And then banishes my Sangan. I'm like, alright. He sacks him for Thunder Dragon. Pokes me. Okay, cool. I draw into a Deco. I should have just set the Deco here. But he would have knocked me and probably beat me. I run the Kaiku out. He Solemns it. Alright, cool. Then he draws Chaos Sork. And he doesn't have a Dark and Light. So he hits me for 16. Putting me at 600, and he sets Faith and says go. I draw into Heavy. It's a little late for that. I set Deco and say go. He flips up Faith, gets knocked. Alright, let's see. Game 3 now. Okay, he got me that game. Cool. Let's see game 3 now. After waiting 45 hours for the judge, I get to go first. I've got Thunder Dragon, Wing Blast, Snatch Steal, MST, Tribe, and Trap Dust Shoot on the last card. Let's fucking go. That is what won me this game. 100%. So I decide to set Wing Blast, set Trap Dust Shoot, and say go. He draws into the Delinquent Duo. He's got Duo, Spy, Chaos Sork, Tsukiyomi, Jar of Greed, and Deco. I decide to fire the Trap Dust Shoot and put Tsukiyomi back. Shuffle it back, and he duos me and hits my Snatch Steal. Okay, that was lucky as fuck. Got my Snatch Steal. I throw out the Tribe. Okay. He decides to big brain play here, run the Deco out on my ass. Okay, I'm like, thank fucking God you did that. You're dumb as shit. My bad. And then I in-face Wing Blast and put the Jar of Greed back on top because I know he's going to draw it. And let's fucking go. Let's put it back on top because I got the MST for it when he draws it. Put that back on top. I run the Tribe out, poke over him. He's at 200. I mean, he takes 200. He's not at 200. And I set MST and set Wing Blast and say go. He draws into what I know is Jar of Greed and sets it. I in-face MST it. I draw into my Faith, which is clutch. And I hit him for 1,600 and set my Faith and say go. He draws into Heavy Storm, which is pretty dead. He sets Heavy Storm and says go. I draw on a Duo. I flip my Faith up. And I decide to just grab the MST and MST the back row in case that it is Solemn Judgment. And I duo his ass. Karma's a bitch. Should have just let that shit go. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. I duo that shit. Hit him for 19. Now he's top decking. Let's see what he draws. He draws into Tsukiyomi. Now this is where it's funny as fuck. So I think he's just going to battle and hit the Tribe. But he's like, no, wait, I'm thinking about it. Let me think. And his dumb ass decides to attack the Faith. And I told my girlfriend, watch, he's going to lose because he attacked that Faith. And watch what happens, y'all. It's so fucking funny. So he puts that back instead of hitting the fucking Tribe. So I draw into a Chaos Sork, which is dead because I have no Dark. And I hit him for 16, putting him at 1,700. He draws into a Spy. He tries to attack the Tribe, and I instantly Wing Blast it and put it back on top. He's at 17. I'm like, any monster for game. Instead, I draw into Tsukiyomi. So I decide to flip up the tribe and swing bada bada, and he's at 100. I set Tsukiyomi and say go. He draws into a Tsukiyomi, so I think it's Tsukiyomi, but it's spy. He sets his spy and says go. I draw into Solemn Judgment. I flip up my Tsukiyomi and put the tribe down and swing bada bada. It's a spy. He gets another spy. Okay, that's fine. And I decide to set Solemn Judgment and say go. He draws in the Thunder Dragon, and he tries to run out Tsukiyomi, and I have Solemn Judgment for that shit. And he knows what time it is because all he has is Thunder Dragon. Karma is a bitch. It doesn't matter. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was right. You said something was fine. So what the fuck? How do you torrential when you say something is fine? And thank God you didn't attack the Fate. Thank God you didn't attack the tribe. Good job attacking the Magician of Fate. Good shit. GG's. Goat is easy. You're the fucking best. Give me that rating. Let's fucking go. Y'all have a good day or night. This was a longer video, but that's just funny as fuck. He should have definitely attacked the tribe. He tries the big brain. I'll hit the Fate. Yeah, okay. Look what kills on the tribe. Got him. So, I'll hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.